Good evening. This is the Dolores County Broadcasting Network. And I have to give you a quick sports update. The New York Jets on Sunday in the Meadowlands in New Jersey. Drum roll. Lost to the worst team in football, or almost the worst team, the second worst team in football. And the Jets kept saying prior to the game that this is going to be their big game where they're going to really show how good they are. They stunk up that field so bad people had clothespins on their noses. This was awful. They looked awful. The team didn't care. The coach didn't care. The fans were falling asleep. I almost fell asleep. They are by far the worst team. And then they had the nerve to sit there and say, well, is our quarterback going to be one of the rookies of the year? He shouldn't be in the same bathroom with those guys, let alone be on the same stage with those guys. So with that little vignette, the Dolores County DCTV 4-HTV News Program for November 14th, 2018. Our camera person is Daniel Faulkner. Video and sound engineer producer is Edward. Teleprompter and prompter is Myra. Our news anchors are Devin and Sativa. Our meteorologist is Hannah. And this is the news director. For some reason, I am still a fan of the woeful New York Jets, Dan. And now the news.
Start reading. You need to read.
Welcome to the DCTV 4-H Kids Evening Show. Help us keep our news show on the air by becoming a sponsor. You can buy a sponsorship by calling 970-677-4119. That's 970-677-4119. Now for the news. Hi, I am Sativa, and here is our first story from Post. The number of hate crimes reported in the U.S. rose by 17% last year, and while overall reports of bails 7,175 hate crimes last year, up from 6,121 the previous year, according to FBI data released Tuesday. It was the third consecutive year that reports of hate crimes increased nationally. The number of anti-Semitic crimes reported nationally rose about 37% last year, though crimes motivated by racism against African Americans remained the most common. The 2017 data also reflects the increased number of agencies that contributed data to the report. 895 more than in 2016. The number of Jewish hate crimes reported in Colorado doubled from 6 in 2016 to 13 in 2017. According to the FBI data by the Anti-Defamation Language, though the overall number of reports base-motivated crimes in the state remained steady compared to the previous years. The FBI's annual report was published 2 weeks after a gunman entered a Pittsburgh synagogue and killed 11 people before telling law enforcement that all Jews must die. The publication also follows a spate of incidents in Colorado, including a demonstration Sunday by white nationalists in Denver Civic Center Park, uproar over a flag with a swastika that flew outside a Fruita home last week, and an increase in the amount of white supremacistic propaganda posted across the Front Range. Words have consequences, said Scott Levin, regional director for the Anti-Defamation Language League Mountain States region. We need responsible leaders of all backgrounds to step forward and clearly denounce anti-Semitism, bigotry, and hate whenever it occurs. Before deciding to hate someone, remember that science and DNA have proven that we all are related. Does it really make sense to hate someone just because they seem different? Can't we just agree to disagree and then live and let live? This story is from the Durango Herald.
Now, treatment is changing to prevent opioid addiction. After Durangoan Florence Pillard has surgery on a herniated disc in her back last month, her doctor prescribed tramadol and opioid without any refills. The limited prescription is evidence of important changes doctors are making to help prevent opioid addiction, said Pillard, a science writer and a clinical scientist with a background in pharmaceuticals. Prescribing smaller quantities of medications can help keep excess drugs out of medicine cabinets and away from patients, their family members, and others who might use them for conditions they weren't prescribed to treat, she said. A week after her back surgery, Pillard was satisfied with the pain management provided by the combinations of tramadol and meloxicam, an anti-inflammatory medication prescribed by her doctor, she said. The pain is pretty controlled and I am pretty well healed, she said. In recent years, patients across Colorado and the U.S. who receive opioid prescriptions develop lasting and deadly addictions. More than 1,000 Coloradans died by drug overdose in 2017, a new record More than half of the deaths were caused by opioids, including 224 caused by heroin and 81 caused by fentanyl, according to the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment. Last year in La Plata County, 7 people died by overdose involving the use of heroin, methamphetamine, and prescription drugs such as antidepressants, said Kirk BLL, and with CDPHE. In 2016, opioids played a role in 5 La Plata County deaths, according to the data supplied by Coroner's Office. To help gauge the scope of the opioid epidemic, the state is tracking the number of time residents in each county that are admitted to care for opioid abuse. In 2016, La Plata County residents were admitted to care on 31 occasions, according to a state report. The state declined to release the number of admissions for opioid-related care in 2017 because the number fell below 30, said Maria Livingston, spokeswoman with the Colorado Office of Behavioral Health. In Southwest Colorado, opioid abuse was identified as one of the 3 biggest health problems for residents by the Southwest Colorado Area Health Education Center based on the data and personal interviews, said Mary Dangler Frey, regional health connector with the center. This story is from the Journal Herald. Just after Cortez Farmer Market shutters for the season, Vic and Galia Vank, owners of the nursery, put on a winter market offering fresh produce, coffee, meat, eggs, and handmade craft and jewelry. The market runs every Saturday from November 3rd through March 9th at 26650 County Road P from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It just keeps getting better and better, Vic Vanke said. The Four Seasons greenhouse and nursery grows broccoli, lettuce, green peppers, cucumbers, Swiss cheddar, chard, and spinach throughout the cold months. Anyways, Clifford, a horticulturalist at the greenhouse, said they aren't traditionally thought of a winter produce, but a greenhouse makes it possible. Cortez resident Kiara Cockerill, who purchased some fresh greens on Saturday, said the market has a great selection. I love it, Cockerill said. So great to get fresh produce after the Cortez market closes. Four Seasons isn't the only farm in town with a greenhouse. Caroline Orr, owners of Orr's Farm grows radishes, turnips, kale, spinach, lettuce, and bok choy in an unheated greenhouse without the winter market. However, she said she would probably give up winter farming. Fortunately for her, the market stays busy. People just come and spend the morning here, Orr said. Next up is a story from the internet, I guess. Tiger goes to prom. A Miami high school is catching some heat after its jungle-themed prom decorations include a live caged tiger. Christopher Columbus High School, a private Catholic school for boys, held its prom on Friday. By Sunday, video of the tiger pacing in a small cage began to surface online. This poor tiger was used as an exotic amusement for the mindless teenagers who were present, Maria Chris Castellanos, whose brother attends the school, it is not the students' fault to be so naive, but it's CCHS staff who arranged this event. Therefore, they are responsible for this tiger miseries. Castellanos' video shows the tiger frantically walking the perimeter of its cage on the dance floor while stunned teens look on. Another video she posted shows the animal again pacing in its cage while a performer dances with fire to loud music. A third video during the fire performance shows the tiger lying in its cage. The tiger wasn't the only animal at the prom. The entertainment company hired by the school also brought a lemur, a parrot, and a fox, according to NBC News affiliated NBC6, which students were able to pose with for pictures. PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animal, also expressed outrage at the tiger's presence at the prom. Wild animals aren't prom decorations. Displaying a tiger in a tiny cage and allowing students to handle lemurs is cruel to the animals and dangerous for the students. It sends the harmful message that living beings are props to be used for human amusement, PETA said in a statement to NBC6. In an email to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, also known as FWC, said it is looking into the tiger's presence at the prom. The FWC is aware that of the video taken at Christopher Columbus High School prom and is looking into the incident to determine if any violations of Florida's captive wildlife rules took place during this incident. FWC Public Information Coordinator Rob Kelp said, provided all rules and regulations are followed, exhibition of wildlife at public events is not prohibited by Florida law. If this is the kind of guidance in our school, it is the wonder so many of our children are undereducated, if not eaten. Now for Sativa with dumb laws.
Dumb laws in Massachusetts. All men must carry a rifle to church on Sunday. Alcohol drinks specials are illegal. Hunting on Sundays is prohibited. Public boxing matches are outlawed. It is illegal to go to bed without first having a full bath. No gorilla is allowed in the back seat of any car. Children may smoke, but they may not purchase cigarettes. In Boston, it is illegal to play the fiddle. No more than 2 baths may be taken within the confines of the city. No one may cross the Boston Common without carrying a shotgun in case of bears. Anyone may let their sheep and cows graze in the public gardens, commons at any time except Sundays. It is illegal to eat peanuts in church. An old law prohibits the taking of baths on Sunday. Duels to the death permitted on the common on Sundays, provided that the governor is present. Now our weather report with Hannah.
The current temperature is 49 degrees. The high for today was 55 degrees. The low was 22 degrees. The barometer is at 30.40 inches and is falling. Humidity is at 22%. Wind is between 1 and 7 miles per hour from the northeast. Gusts have been up to 25 miles per hour. 15 miles per hour. There were 0 hundredths of an inch of rain measured today by the DCTV weather station. Moisture for the month is 1/100th of an inch. Moisture accumulation for the year is 7 inches and 3 hundredths. Now for the big map, courtesy of the National Weather Service. Most of the west and the Pacific Northwest is still clear. There is rain still along the Washington and northern Oregon coast, and rain mixed with snow can be found in east Washington into Montana. Most of the central part of the country is clear today as well. From North Illinois across into Maryland and south into Alabama across the Atlantic, there are severe areas of different weather. There is snow in the north of the area, freezing rain going a little way south, and rain mixed with snow that turns into rain just as it goes into Florida. The red indicates the possibility of flash flooding. Here is our exclusive DCTV 5-day forecast. Thursday, sunny, high 52, low 45, low 26. Friday, mostly sunny, high 51, low 26. Saturday, mostly sunny, high 51, low 26. Sunday, mostly sunny, high 47, low 24. And then Monday, mostly sunny, high 48, low 26. Now for a climate change report. CO2 carbon dioxide is considered a greenhouse gas and is one of the principal causes of climate change. CO2 traps heat in the atmosphere, which causes climate instability. This results in significant variations worldwide of moisture and hot and cool temperatures, but the general climate trend is that the planet is slowly warming. Therefore, it is important that we report the CO2 weekly change. The following are the CO2 numbers in parts per million. Last week, 406.99. 2 weeks ago, 406.48. Last year, 404.26. 10 years ago, 383.80. 50 years ago, 321.31. Thank you, Dr. Peter Tan of the National Oceanographic Atmospheric Administration, and Michael McGee of the CO2.Earth Network for providing this information. Remember, you can help keep our Kids News Show on air by buying a sponsorship. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. That's 970-677-4119. Thank you. Now back to your news director.
And that is the end of today's DCTV 4-H evening news program. This is your news director, Dan, saying good night and thank you for watching.